So nothing about children. That's a good thing. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. I agree. I wasn't thinking that at all. Yes, you were. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is horrendous. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Bro, why is she worried about what he thinks? She was just criticizing his poem and talking about newer writers, and now she's like, oh, it wasn't too short. Shut up. Not at all, simp. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest. Something easy for a newbie to understand this level of thinking. Are you into ghost Yuri? The ghost of dismembered children. Actually, the story isn't ghosts at all, Mike. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her the last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, if it makes you happy... Wait, if she says it's nothing really, then mine's gotta be it's negative really. Well, it makes me happy to know you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. We're not doing Sayori. She said something about Nutsucky, so we'll talk to her. Get out of here. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. Yeah, excuse you. Your fart stinks. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically it's not cute enough for your taste? Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. What did she think he was gonna say? Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I think this is a very, very deep poem, actually. I think it represents the fact that monkeys can climb, but Mike can't. Crickets can leap, but Mike can't. Horses can race, but Mike can't. Owls can seek, but Mike can't. Cheetahs can run, but Mike can't. Eagles can fly, but Mike can't. People can try, but Mike can't. And that's about it. But that's not it for Mike. For he's gonna see dismembered children in the closet.
What a loser.
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. Simp. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced? Oh, why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because you have no taste. Okay. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. See, this poem's... Okay, so it's about people doing great things, but she can't. So instead of great things, she does horrendous things, like dismembering children. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line, like the feeling of a knife stabbing into a children's arm. Okay.
You really like peeking the mic, don't you?
I do.
You're always leaning towards it.
I guess I went more into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really know how old everyone is, but if Nutsucky is really feeling proud, I wouldn't take that away from her. We're not talking to Sayori. Monica time. Hi, Mike. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring up things, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Mike. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? I don't like Sayori. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. She's really terrible, and she always beats me up every night, and always says mean things to me, and always is just like really weird, and follows me every single day, and waves and sprints around like an anime kid. I never understood why she did it, and it makes me want to block her, but I can't because I'm too nice of a person. Honestly, I just wish you would just die. Well, that might be the case. Maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you just really creeps me out. The thought of, like, never mind. Things I can't say in the kitchen. Sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Oh, what kind of well-being? Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I'm reading your poem. The vibe of you just have a poster in your wall with candles lit under it that you go to every night and go, oh, Sayori, how much I miss you. So I think she does the same thing too, but on a much deeper and weird, intimate level. You sure you're not reading into it too much? It could be. It's probably because I'm a Sagittarius. Oh gosh, I sound like you're retarded. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness and murdering children. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay! I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help find what suits you the most. Not the children that you have in the closet, though. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Oh, what's that say about my poem then? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Oh, now I'm... okay, that really says something about my poem. She thought I had to worry, so that means I did bad. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. What do you see? You hear, stupid. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. The children are soaking... Huh?
Just so you know, there's a scroll bar. A lot of YouTubers I watch don't notice it.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Deep. It's talking about that game show Hole in the Wall where you have to shape yourself so it fits as the wall comes towards you. You know, it's really deep, you know. You know, I remember back in my day when I played Hole in the Wall, just at 7 years old, I didn't. Oh, she's talking. Okay, I get it now. So, she was looking through a tiny hole, right? She's looking in, and then the meaningless image of a man is burned into her eyes. And the man was looking in too. That man was Mike. The most meaningless image to be burned into someone's mind. I get it now. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poets have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? It's you meaningless image burned into my mind. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That's actually pretty good advice. I agree with that advice. This is coming from Josiah Levi, 2021. Thanks for listening. And that's my TED Talk. Who should I show my poem to next? Looks like I'm gonna just have to choose skip. Dot. Alright. Good talk. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Mike. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. This is Sayuri. You know, I just made the simp poem. Of course she likes it. You must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why, because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you didn't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know. So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's the thought of us together forever. It's a Mike poem. And that makes it extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Almost as much as I can feel the children screaming as I dismember. Sayuri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayuri. I'm really happy that you wrote that one. It just reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention, in fact, I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Mike. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayuri. I'm not sure if Sayuri sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Simp! What a simp. Knowing how much of this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking. Okay. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Oh, yay! It's only getting worse. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleep from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue.
You're still clipping. You've been clipping throughout the entire poem.
It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I think this is her love poem about me. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? Cha-cha, real smooth. No! Can I angle this up? Oh, that's much better. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit. It's a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It was just horrible. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast.
And children.
Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Maybe if I sniffle in the mic, it'll sound lovely. I'm gonna hate listening to that part. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. Is my audio levels good if I'm talking like this?
Yes.
That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way poems can stand up to theirs. My poems. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.